Have you ever wondered why some people always stand out in a crowd, even though they aren't the loudest or the ones chasing fame? What qualities set them apart, making them not only admired, but also respected and loved? The answer lies in 4 Stoic virtues, which we will explore in this video. These virtues aren't something you can buy or learn from a book. They are life values you can cultivate and develop every day. And you'll soon realize that without doing anything extraordinary, just living by these virtues will make you stand out more than anyone else. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to become someone truly remarkable and influential. 1. A strong focus on reality. The virtue that makes someone stand out doesn't always come from perfection or outward achievements, Sometimes, what really makes a person stand out is something simple yet incredibly powerful: the ability to face reality without being defeated. This is the strong focus on reality virtue that Stoic philosophy teaches us. Oh, have you ever wondered why some people stand strong in the face of challenges, while others easily crumble? It's an interesting question, isn't it? But if you really pay attention and observe, you'll realize that these people don't avoid hardships. They simply face them in a way that others can't. They don't try to change what can't be controlled. They learn to master themselves in difficult situations. Life isn't easy. Sometimes things don't go as expected. Failure, pain, loss. These are all inevitable parts of the journey. It's true, you can't deny it. But do you know what's most important in those moments? It's how you respond to events that are beyond your control. Marcus Aurelius, you remember him, right? He was a Roman emperor and also a great Stoic philosopher. He once said, "External events have no power to change you. It's how you respond to them that defines who you are." This isn't just theory. It's a real reminder for all of us. Life doesn't follow our plans, but how we face it, that's what truly matters. This virtue isn't something you can achieve instantly. It takes time and a shift in how you view life. When you begin to accept that things won't always go according to your plan, you'll start to feel more grounded. Don't think that facing failure means you're giving up. Actually, it's the opposite. What matters is that you can learn to adjust yourself and not let what you can't change affect you. So, how to start? Try to acknowledge that you can't control everything. And when you can't change something, learn to accept it, adjust yourself, and keep moving forward. 2. A love of wisdom. Have you ever wondered why some people always stand out in a crowd? They're not always the smartest or the most talented, but one thing's for sure, they always have a very special quality: a love of wisdom. Oh, it may sound simple, but truly, this is the key to what makes someone different. Imagine every time you face a challenge, instead of just worrying or feeling helpless, you could sit down, think, analyze the problem, and find a solution. Sounds great, right? And that's why wisdom is so important. It's not just about learning new knowledge. It's about the ability to think deeply, to know how to view and apply information in life. Imagine you don't have all the answers right away, but you know how to find the answers when needed. That's wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, a famous philosopher, once said, "We can't control external events, but we can control how we respond to them." See, life is full of inevitable challenges, but wisdom helps you not to be swept up by emotions, not to be shaken. Instead, you can respond calmly and wisely. And that's why people who love wisdom stand out, because they know how to think and act intelligently, rather than just reacting emotionally. Oh, you might think that wisdom is something abstract, but it's really very practical. It's about always looking for ways to learn from people, from life situations and applying what you've learned to every decision you make. You don't have to be a genius, but if you're always seeking to improve yourself, you'll notice a clear difference. You may not always be able to change the circumstances, but wisdom will help you change how you perceive and handle them. So, how to start? Begin with the small things, like reading a book, exploring a new field, or simply taking time to reflect on what you've experienced. You see, wisdom isn't something distant. It's a continuous process you can build on every day. And you know, when you truly love wisdom, your life will become brighter and full of opportunities. You won't just solve problems in life. You'll be able to create a life full of meaning and prosperity. Just try it. Start with small thoughts, and you'll be amazed at the big changes wisdom can bring. 3. Caring for others. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about how small acts of kindness can completely change someone's day? Really, sometimes all it takes is a compassionate look, a sincere greeting, or a small yet meaningful gesture of help, and you've made someone's world a better place. This isn't just some theory. It's something we can all do, starting today, every day. That's right. Caring for others isn't always easy. Life sometimes wears us down, and we get too caught up in our own concerns. But have you ever noticed that when you take time to care about someone else, you actually feel stronger? Caring for others doesn't always have to be something grand. It could be helping a friend through a tough time, genuinely listening when someone needs to talk, or simply offering a helping hand when they least expect it. Remember, when you help someone, you're not just making them feel better, you're actually gaining a lot yourself. You'll notice that you don't feel lonely, but rather, you feel like you're part of a community. More importantly, you realize that you're not living just for yourself, but to build connections with others. Stoic philosophy emphasizes this as well. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, once reminded us that we are born to help each other. Indeed, when we help others, we not only make their lives easier, but also enrich our own lives. You don't need to change the whole world, but just making one person feel cared for. That's something incredibly valuable. The truth is, you don't have to do anything huge. Sometimes, all it takes is your presence, your willingness to listen, and your readiness to help when someone needs it. You'll realize that these small acts can have a far greater impact than you ever imagined. You don't have to wait for the perfect circumstances. You can start with small actions today. Because caring for others doesn't just help you build meaningful relationships, it also brings you real joy from connecting with the people around you. So, if you want to stand out in this world, start by caring for others. You don't always have to receive something big in return, but those small actions will make you feel more meaningful, more complete, and help you build relationships you'll cherish for a lifetime. 4. Self-control. Have you ever felt like everything is spinning around you and you just want to explode because you can't control it? Oh boy, who hasn't felt that way? But here's the thing. The people who stand out, the ones who are truly steady, aren't those who never experience negative emotions or stress. They're simply the ones who know how to master themselves. You might wonder, what's so special about self-control that helps someone stand out? Actually, it's pretty crucial. Imagine this. Every time you face a challenge, instead of letting your emotions take over, you stop, take a deep breath, and decide how to react. That's real strength. Why? Because when you can control your emotions, you aren't at the mercy of circumstances or other people. Think about it. If you're constantly being swept up by emotions, easily getting angry or anxious whenever you face a challenge, can you focus on finding a solution? We cannot choose what happens to us, but we can choose how we respond to it. Seneca's words are a critical reminder. Life is full of surprises, and not everything goes according to plan. But the real question is, what will you do when things don't go your way? The truth is, self-control isn't something that happens overnight. You have to practice it every day in the smallest of situations. Maybe when something unexpected happens, you feel angry, but instead of reacting immediately, try pausing for a moment. Ask yourself, is this really that important? By doing this, you'll gradually start mastering yourself. And here's something important. Self-control doesn't mean you have to be emotionless or cold. Don't get it confused. It means you understand and acknowledge your feelings, but you don't let them dictate your actions. When you can master yourself, you'll find that everything seems a lot easier. So, how do you start? The answer is simple. Recognize that you can't control everything in life, but you always have the power to choose how you react. Practice patience in stressful situations. Don't let your emotions control your actions. In fact, when you start practicing self-control, you'll realize something. You're stronger than you think. The virtues that make someone stand out are not difficult or far-fetched. They are in your actions every day, facing reality with strength, loving wisdom, caring for others from the heart, and mastering yourself in every circumstance. These virtues are what truly set apart those who live an ordinary life from those who truly shine. Believe me, you don't have to wait for some perfect day to start changing. If you apply these virtues starting today, you'll see powerful changes in your life.